Johnny, what up, babies? No countdown today, my guys. What's up? Welcome back to the My Crypto Journey live stream here for Coffee and Crypto on a very snowy Monday here in Virginia. Oh my God, it's snowing, baby. Oh my God, it's too cold for me over here. But if you could do me a favor, smash the like button, push us up in the old algorithm, subscribe to the channel if you like being here, and if you want to become a member, consider becoming a member so you can become part of the degenerates. And if you're watching me over on X, make sure you like, repost this, and tag your favorite meme coin in the description down below. And I have a feeling that it might be BYTE. What's up, babies? How you doing? BYTE going to billions, baby. What's up, BYTE fam in the house? We'll talk about BYTE here in a second. But we have a lot of overall general cryptocurrency news to talk about because the market has pulled back quite a bit. I mean, a lot of people are upset that the spot Bitcoin ETFs didn't send Bitcoin to 50K or 55K or 60K or new all-time highs right away. But this is kind of how I thought it was going to go. My first intuition was big buy the rumor, sell the news. And although it didn't happen right away, we're starting to see it happen. We're starting to see it happen. And it was probably obvious, the most obvious buy the rumor, sell the news event that we've had in a long, long time, right? This is just, it always happens. There's a lot of people that were up on Bitcoin, a lot of other cryptocurrencies. We had an insane, pump in the market. Bitcoin up like 100-something% on the year because of the spot Bitcoin ETFs. But now we have to wait for something like the halving, like inflation getting under control. And that could be a while. It could take a while for those things to happen. Will Bitcoin continue to dump more, or will it just remain steady? We'll have to see. But first, I got to say what's up to my chat. Good morning, guys. It's so good to see you. It's been a long weekend. I did some snowboarding yesterday for the first time. Very, very fun. Didn't know my girlfriend was such a chat at snowboarding, bro. My girlfriend used to be a snowboard instructor. She's really good. I, on the other hand, was pretty ass, but I wasn't that bad on my first day. I think if I keep going, I'll get a lot better. But it's actually way harder than it looks. I used to longboard. I actually longboarded a lot growing up and skateboarded. So I've kind of figured I'd get the gist of it, which I did. But there's definitely some weak areas, but I'm more excited to get better. But very, very fun. Doing some white people activities like snowboarding. Very, very fun. What's up, Selmo FUD? Good morning. How you doing? Happy MLK Day. And yes, happy MLK Day. Shout out to Martin Luther King. I know a lot of people always tell me, Rodney, you don't sound like a real black guy, but did Martin Luther King speak with proper grammar? Did he use proper grammar and speak proper English? I think he did. So don't come at me, bros. What's up, Gabe? How you doing? Javi, good morning. Good morning. What's up, Steve? Smash the like button. Sacco, here comes the dump. Da-da-da-da. What's up, Ahmed? Shout out to BYTE, and we're going to be having another BYTE video. Bull run canceled? Nah, no bull run canceled, but it's a nice clickbaity title. But there is a lot of FUD targeting Tether, so that could be another catastrophe. We'll talk about that right now. That's pretty much the biggest story right now in crypto this morning that I've seen is the fact that Tether might have some FUD. What's up, Tim? How you doing? What's up, CODM? Timski, how you doing? Jayhawk, good morning, good morning. Brad, how you doing, baby? What's up, Brad? Who else we got in the chat? We got Dustin. What's up, Dustin? Alien, good morning, good morning, good morning. My Crypto Space UK, let's go. Joshua, good morning. Super cycle altcoin season? I think so. We'll see. Family Z, good morning. All right, let's get into the overall cryptocurrency news. I'm talking too much. All right, guys, the overall cryptocurrency market is kind of dirtling, trading sideways, but obviously this week has been pretty bad for Bitcoin. Look at the 7-day chart for Bitcoin. You can see that we're actually down about 7%. Bitcoin hit a nice yearly all-time high of $49,000 right after the approval of the spot Bitcoin ETFs when they went live. I mean, these ETFs had an insane amount of volume in the couple of days. And I told people that right away, these ETFs wouldn't make a huge difference right away, but it's about the grand scheme of things because I still think that cryptocurrency still has a bad rap. I think that you have people like Gary Gensler, other Democrats, right, that are still in power. A lot of people that have been screwed over by FTX and maybe, feel a certain way about the whole Binance story are not too fond of crypto just yet. But as time goes on, as cryptocurrency becomes more and more accepted, people will start to like the idea of buying into a spot Bitcoin ETF. Like, we're going to self-custody our own Bitcoin because that's how we roll in the cryptocurrency space. But older people might want to get into Bitcoin through that form. So, like I said, it's a good thing in the grand scheme of things. And now we're probably going to get an Ethereum ETF. BlackRock has already expressed interest in an Ethereum ETF, which is really, really good, right? Wait, yo, Rodney Perry, say hi. Maybe he wants to be in the fight. What's up, Cycle? Who's Perry? Oh, maybe there will be some other people that want to be in the fight. We'll see. I might have an opponent for the fight, but he's like a pro boxer, so we'll see what's up. I'm checking with my coaches. He's very, very good. So it'd be a crazy first fight for me, but I'm always up for the challenge. So we'll see. But the overall cryptocurrency market right now, guys, it is down 1.17% on the day, sitting at a $1.67 trillion market cap, which is still really, really good. If we go to our trending cryptos right now, we have Celestia, Inspect, and XAI. Seems like Celestia has been trending for like months, right? Absolutely insane. Our biggest gainers on the day are Flare, Sui, and Toncoin. Toncoin looking pretty bullish after kind of dumping quite significantly. Tezos looking good, and BNB still looking strong. Our biggest losers are Bonk, Stacks, Optimism, and Solana taking a little bit of pullback, falling to $93 per Solana. Solana been one of the huge winners over the last, 6 months. Our top meme coins right now, guys, are Dogecoin, Shib, Bonk, Pepe, Floki, Meme Coin, Dog with Hat, Baby Dogecoin, Bone, Myro, Cock, Doge on Mars, and Snake falling out of the top 10. Now, Dog with Hat and Myro have been some absolute bangers. Myro been pumping like absolute crazy. I mean, a lot of people getting on the Myro train. I didn't get into Myro, but still had a pretty juicy market cap size if you're looking for like a 10x or something like that. And if you believe in Solana meme coins, Myro looking really good, which shows the strength of dog meme coins. We'll get into BYTE here in a second. Yeah, we'll get into BYTE. Yeah, BYTE. I'm really bullish on BYTE. We're going to get to the regular cryptocurrency news, and we'll get to BYTE here soon. Our top exchanges are still Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, KuCoin, OKX, Bybit, Bitstamp, Gate.io, Bitfinex, and BitGet. So Crypto.com falling out, dropping lower, number 14. I know a lot of people like Crypto.com. I don't use it, but a lot of people do. But it still seems that Binance is reigning supreme. Now, this is interesting. This is how it started for Bitcoin. Back in 2017, this article was published by CNBC. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink calls Bitcoin an index of money laundering. This is in 2017, obviously 7 years ago. These are the current headlines. BlackRock Larry Fink says Bitcoin ETFs are just the first step in the technological revolution of finance. So over the years, and I don't blame people for looking at cryptocurrency for the way they looked at cryptocurrency years ago, because it's one of those things where it's like everything in life. It's like, say, for example, you have a goal or a dream and your family wants you to go to school and do some shit that you don't want to do. They want you to be a doctor, but then you make your own business and everyone tells you you're going to fail. And until you start seeing some success and you start making a good life for yourself, and then everybody looks at you and says, well, okay, well, good for you, man. We support your vision. So many stories are like that, right? Where people doubt something, and then when it becomes successful, they're like, okay, well, they support it, right? That's the same thing with cryptocurrency. They've seen how successful it's been. They see how stable Bitcoin has been. They see how much Bitcoin has gained year over year. And over the last 10 years, Bitcoin is dominating every other asset, right? Cryptocurrency. And now they want to be a part of it. They see the advantages of blockchain technology, tokenization. They see all those advantages. And so, in my opinion, it's natural that they start getting on the Bitcoin train. To me, this is nothing new. It's like, yeah, they're going to keep getting on the Bitcoin train. I mean, you know what I mean? It's going to keep, all the doubters are going to be gone in 10 years, in my opinion. If cryptocurrency is going to be a regular thing, right? Now, this is interesting. Check out what Larry Fink said about Bitcoin on this CNBC snippet. Now, there's a whole video of Larry Fink talking about cryptocurrency, but I think this is pretty interesting.
It's no different than what gold represented over thousands of years. It is a asset class that protects you. Right. And unlike gold, where we manufacture new gold, we're almost at the ceiling of the amount of Bitcoin that be created.
Yeah, so he's talking about, we're almost at the ceiling of the amount of Bitcoin that could be created. And he said it's no different than gold. Now, what's interesting is that Dave Portnoy, you guys know Dave Portnoy, right? Obviously the pizza guy, right? Barstool president, does his little pizza reviews, One Bite. He's pretty popular for that. But he made a post about Bitcoin, and I just want to go through it a little bit because I thought it was hilarious, because he says he keeps getting wrecked by Bitcoin, right? So
Bitcoin.
Let me go ahead and pull this video up, and you could see, because he's been kind of getting wrecked by cryptocurrency. So let's react to this, because I think it's important. So the title of this is saying, I keep getting face fucked by Bitcoin. So let's react to it.
Okay, time for Davey Diamond Hands. An update on my journey in Bitcoin crypto. I think it started like 5 years ago. I made a video. I'm like, I don't fucking understand Bitcoin at all. People mining it from the clouds. Everyone's getting rich. I see douchebags with bees on their license plates. Like, what the fuck's this guy? Where's all his money coming from? I didn't get it.
I gotta talk Bitcoin real quick. I don't even know what a Bitcoin is. You like mine Bitcoins on the ground on the internet? I literally don't know what that means. What is Bitcoin?
So I made this rant. And it turns out the Winklevosses were like staying in the same town as me in the Hamptons. And they own like, I don't know, 10% or what's something crazy. They own Bitcoin or something. And they're like, hey, we'll come to your house, Dave, your apartment, your hotel room, and we'll teach you about Bitcoin. So they came over. There's 6'2" and there's fucking 2 of them.
I'm 6'5", 220, and there's 2 of me.
And they walked me through buying Bitcoin. I bought, I think, like 500,000 of it at a time, maybe more, at 11,000.
So keep in mind, he bought 500,000 Bitcoin at $11,000. Can you imagine? Right. So this is his Bitcoin journey. This is a guy who's very successful. Obviously, Barstool president. This guy's super rich, right? But he had the chance at $11,000 Bitcoin. $500,000. Now listen to his story.
They're talking and they're trying to explain why it matters. I'm like, well, Elon Musk is going to go to outer space. And he's going to mine gold from outer space. Gold will rain plentiful down on Earth, making gold useless, and Bitcoin will be the only thing that matters.
So there's billions of dollars of gold floating on asteroids around this planet, and Elon's going to get up there and start mining gold, and then it's going to
Frank, you hear this?
fall from the sky
What are we talking about?
and be as plentiful as sand.
I don't know if you're serious.
No, we're totally serious. Yeah.
So like these.
So those are the Winklevoss twins, right? The Gemini guys. And that obviously Gemini has had their own, own bit of issues when it comes to their exchange and stuff like that. So he's saying that, gold is obviously the reason why gold is so valuable is because it's something that's abundant. You can't just go out and find it on the ground, right? That's what makes anything valuable, right? Bitcoin is valuable because it's finite and it has the value we give it. And the Winklevoss twins are coming from the perspective of, well, Elon Musk is going to mine a bunch of gold on asteroids that are circulating around Earth, and gold is going to become plentiful like sand, which I don't know if that's true, but I've never heard that theory. It's interesting, right? So, gold obviously over the last 10 years is up 18%. Bitcoin over the last 10 years up 300,000%, right? To put things into perspective.
Fucking guys are fucking cuckoo. So they leave my apartment. I buy it for 11,000. I hold on to it for, I don't know, a day or two, but I'm like, these fucking guys, and I sell it. And I'm like, I don't get it. I don't know what the fuck they just said, but I don't buy that. I'm not going to invest in something I don't know about.
So he sells all his Bitcoin that he bought at $11,000 each, $500,000, probably for a little bit of gain, maybe a little bit of loss. So he gets in, he gets out. And a lot of us can relate to the story on meme coins, on Bitcoin. We buy Bitcoin. It doesn't pump, within a week, and then we sell it, right? So impatient. Yes, finance man, he sold it, right?
It goes Bitcoin from 11,000 to like, I don't know, 40, 50, 60,000, like in a blink of an eye. So I'm purple. I want to puke. I'm like, you fucking idiot, Dave. Like you fucking idiot.
So, I mean, that's a story we can all relate to, right? He would have made an insane amount of money, $60,000, what, little 5X, 6X from there, you know what I mean? He missed out on making, $2.5 million, or about $3 million, $2.5 million, if he just held, right?
Fucking explanation from the Winklevosses fucked with my mind. I was just like, I gotta get out. I don't understand it. And then I got out and it went ballistic, and now I'm sitting here like a fool. I get it. I wish I was in. Is that what you want me to say? I wish I was in. It's 6X what I bought it.
Then I try SafeMoon, that crypto, that trash, lose 40, 50 grand in there only because that's the most I could put in. They're fucking scam artists. People think I was in it. I wasn't. I got taken for a ride even though I knew it was a scam.
So he bought at the top with SafeMoon. He bought peak, hype at the top of SafeMoon. There's a huge difference between SafeMoon and Bitcoin. Obviously, SafeMoon's a fucking meme coin, right? It's a fucking meme coin. And, it's different from Bitcoin. The main issues that come in cryptocurrency are centralization issues. It's some asshole, right, who is in charge of a project to do a bunch of shady stuff. Now, obviously, the SafeMoon guys are probably going to go to jail. They scammed everyone. They lied to a bunch of people. But it's a centralization issue, right? Let's continue.
I'm like, you know what? Bitcoin started going down. It was around like 32,000. I'm like, I believe in Bitcoin. I'm starting to read up, know more about Bitcoin. I'm on the Bitcoin panel. I'm diamond hands. I'm going to buy 1.2 million of Bitcoin. I'm never going to sell it. I'm going to hold on to it forever. I do it on Gemini because I still have the Gemini set up from the Winklevosses because that's their platform. That's their exchange from when they came to my house in the Hamptons. Enter SPF, that fucking Looney Tune fuck. And what? FTX goes bankrupt. Guys are fraud. And he crashes all, people losing their Bitcoin, and everyone's emailing me being like, Gemini's next. The Winklevosses are next. Well, I start getting scared.
Okay, so what's the issue? What's the learning situation here? He bought all his Bitcoin at a centralized exchange. All his Bitcoin is in the hands of somebody else, not your keys, not your crypto. That's an issue. And when FTX collapsed, Bitcoin went down to $16,000. That's insane, right? Obviously, there was a bunch of crashes, right? We had, it started with Terra Luna, then everyone else just kind of collapsed. And if he would have self-custody his own Bitcoin, he didn't have to worry about some centralized exchanges going under and not being able to give him his money. I had a friend who lost $300,000. Excuse me, $250,000 to $300,000. I think it was $275 in Gemini Earn. Right? Maybe he'll get it back, but he lost $250,000. So this guy's in the same boat, right, as a lot of people that trusted their money in centralized exchanges.
So I go into my account and I just test it. Can I still cash out a little if I had to? I can, no problems. Kudos to the Winklevosses. Their platform exchange held up. So I leave it in there because I'm diamond hands. And now there's all this buzz about Bitcoin again. I'm wearing the shirt. You got the ETFs launching today. I'm like, let me go into my account and see where I'm at because I know it's at 42. I bought it at 32,000, $1 million. It went down to 20. That's where I got nervous because of exchanges crashing. I didn't want to get my money caught. I'm a fucking idiot. What I did is I transferred all my Bitcoin into cash. I didn't.
Oh no, he cashed out. He sold his Bitcoin at a loss. No. What he could have did is just sent it to a ledger or a non-custodial wallet, whatever. But he sold it. Oh no. I mean, this is what we all deal with, right? A lot of people deal with this same thing.
Take it out. I was just leaving it in there. I thought it was in Bitcoin. No, I turned it all into cash. Uh-oh. So, and this is at 20. So I have 400 grand in account. I put 1.2 million into. And I haven't gotten any of the wave back up to 43, brother. Everything I do with Bitcoin, I get fucked in my baby blue eyeballs. What am I supposed to do now? Buy it at 44? I bought it at 32. I fucking cashed out at 20 by accident. And I didn't mean to cash out. I wouldn't have left the money just sitting there like a fucking dick face. I cannot win with Bitcoin. Somebody owes me Bitcoin.
Okay. The main issue, this all started in the beginning. If he would have just kept his $11,000 Bitcoin that he bought for $500,000, right, he'd be okay from the beginning. The other major issue, I don't know how you cash out by accident, finance man. I don't think he cashed out by accident. If you would have just left it in there and sent it to a ledger or another cold storage wallet, he would have been A-okay. All right. That's a big lesson, right? Obviously, this guy's super successful. I love Dave Portnoy. He's awesome. He's a degenerate. I like his pizza reviews. I like his personality. I like Barstool Sports. But he made a little flub, right? So, HODL, dollar cost average. Buy your Bitcoin. Don't accidentally sell. And for sure as hell, don't trust centralized exchanges, right? Dave Portnoy, a little upset, you know what I mean? But I thought that was a great story for me to share with you guys because it just goes to show, even a very successful man who's done a lot, done well for his life, you know what I mean? Got absolutely wrecked. Now, this is interesting news. BlackRock now holds 11,500 Bitcoin worth over pretty much 500 million for their spot Bitcoin ETF. Now, obviously, BlackRock has to buy into Bitcoin to give to their customers. That's the point of it being a spot thing, right? And then obviously we talked about Larry Fink saying that Bitcoin is digital gold and bigger than any government, right? And that's the point of cryptocurrency, and that's the point of Bitcoin. If you explain that to people, like, hey, the point of Bitcoin is that it's the better alternative to cash in the grand scheme of things. Now, obviously, using Bitcoin for transactions is not a thing, right? To me, it's like digital gold right now. As a currency, it's kind of clunky. Large transactions are expensive as hell. But the point of it is it's truly decentralized, right? No one government controls Bitcoin. They're going to try, right? There's no intermediary, right? It's not PayPal, it's not Zelle, it's not Venmo, it's not a bank account where you have to go through a third party to send money and everyone's looking at what the hell you're doing. You know, it's, hey man, I want this from you. I want this service from you. Let me pay you in Bitcoin. What's your address? What's your wallet address? Boom. I pay you in Bitcoin or pay you in a cryptocurrency. You get the job done for me, so on and so forth, right? You know, and that's the point of cryptocurrency, true decentralized currency. It gets away from the problems of inflation, right? Inflation's bad right now. You know, obviously our government's having a hard time getting a hold on it and those sorts of things. You know, and inflation numbers just came out about a week ago. They look bad, which could be bad for cryptocurrency because it's gonna probably move with the markets a little more. But over the last 10 years, you know, I mean, Bitcoin has done really well. I think gold is up 18% over the last 10 years, guys. Bitcoin's up 300,000%. You know what I mean? So Bitcoin's just doing its own thing. Right? You can't just make more Bitcoin. Right? You just can't just print it out of thin air. Right now, this was interesting. Now, after all the ecstasy we were feeling in the markets after the SEC approved these spot Bitcoin ETFs, Gary Gensler came out and said something very interesting about Bitcoin. So obviously, still taking his time and opportunity to dunk on crypto.
Bitcoin itself, we did not approve, we do not endorse. This is a product called an exchange-traded product, a way that investors can invest in that underlying non-security commodity called Bitcoin. But yeah.
So he's saying that, no, we don't endorse cryptocurrency. Nah, hell no. We just accepted the exchange-traded funds. And in my opinion, BlackRock is now 576 to 1 when it comes to getting things approved. Big money talks. Big money rules the world. Big corporations rule the world. They rule politicians. They run everything. It's all about big corporations. It's all about, you know, when we go to war for something, it's all about war stocks. It's all about generating that revenue. You know what I mean? It's all about it's all about, you know, the elites. And when BlackRock wants something approved, even if it's Bitcoin, even if it's something the SEC hates, they're going to get it done because they own them, right? But Gary Gensler has to come out and say that, no, we're not endorsing cryptocurrency. No, just ETFs.
In that underlying non-security commodity called Bitcoin. But yes, investors, I think, should be aware that the underlying asset is a highly speculative, volatile asset. And amongst its use cases is really for illicit activity, money laundering and sanctions and ransomware and the like.
So he's saying that, you know, Bitcoin's utility is for illicit activity. It's like, okay, you know, it is highly volatile. Obviously, Bitcoin's highly volatile. This time around around a year ago, Bitcoin was sitting at what, like $17,000, $18,000. Yes, it's highly volatile. It's not for the faint of heart, right? Now, obviously, the reason why Bitcoin dumped so crazy, in my opinion, is because two things. One, all the crazy major catastrophes we had with Sam Bankman-Fried, Terra Luna, and all the other people in the space dumped the market. Two, the fact that it's just hard economically for some people. I mean, I don't even have. I feel bad for people who have kids. I went into Costco a few days ago and spent $400 and something for groceries for just me and my girlfriend. $400. I can't imagine having kids. Inflation is still out of control. Things are expensive. It's harder for people to survive right now. And inflation numbers just came out and they don't look good. That means the Fed's going to have to raise interest rates, which means it's going to be harder going forward. You know what I mean? We thought that maybe we were in the clear when it came to raising interest rates. Maybe we wouldn't have to keep raising them. Maybe the Fed would pivot soon. That's not going to be the case, in my opinion. So it was worse last year, right? So you combine those two things, obviously Bitcoin's going to have a huge pullback. And to be honest, I think a lot of the pump was artificial during the last crazy bull run. Because why? The economy was the world was shut down because of C-19, right? A lot of people were staying home. We're getting stimulus checks. I had a ton of friends who were getting massive paychecks. and making way more than they did at their jobs because the government was giving them money. Unemployment was insane. A lot of people were making way more money they did just by staying home. You're not going out. You're saving up a bunch of money. You're stuck in your house. A lot of people opened Webull accounts. A lot of people opened Robinhood accounts. A lot of people opened, cryptocurrency platform accounts. A lot of platforms were being artificially pumped, in my opinion, and a lot of that was cryptocurrency. We saw Doge to the moon, Safe Moon, all this extra money that people had to spend on meme coins. I know a lot of people personally who got their stimulus checks and just didn't really need them, and were buying crypto. Myself, I was laid off from work, but I was getting paid. We were off for 3 months, and I was still getting paid. I was getting my regular paycheck plus unemployment, plus I was doing DoorDash. You know what I mean? So I was making money because at the time, DoorDash drivers were really, you getting paid a lot because a lot of people didn't want to do DoorDash, but a lot of people still wanted their food delivered, and a lot of restaurants wanted to operate. So their only option was to do DoorDash, and I was making a ton of money from DoorDash. And so everybody had all this extra money. And so a lot of the market was artificially pumped, so that's an interesting combination you have when you think about our last bull run.
And I know that you've asked other.
And my thing is, these elites always focus so much on cryptocurrency being some sort of vessel for illegal and illicit activity, which is true. But how did anyone ever before cryptocurrency do things illegal? Didn't they use cash? This is not new, right? Yes, Bitcoin is used for illegal activity. Yes. Ransomware is a big deal, right? Ransomware is pretty much like when you have a bunch of hackers who lock a system or hack a system and say, hey, if you don't pay us, $50K in Bitcoin or $500,000 of Bitcoin, we'll delete all your files or some shit like that, right? And so, yeah, it is used like that, but it's not the only reason cryptocurrency is being used. But that's how Gary Gensler is making it seem like.
Sanctions and ransomware and the like. And I know that you've asked other people over the last few days, is it being used as a store of value? It's a speculative, volatile store of value. Is it being used as a payment anywhere? Are we buying cups of coffee with it? Not really. The only payment mechanism it's being used for, in sort of in a primary sense, is illicit activity. So I think you've been spot on about that, Andrew.
So obviously, and I think he's right in the fact that Bitcoin's not being used for payments. It's just too volatile. It's too expensive to use Bitcoin now. One of my favorite FUD crypto pages, who's a crypto page, made it actually an interesting, good point about Bitcoin, because a lot of people argue that Bitcoin wasn't meant for peer-to-peer payments, and it is. That's the grand scheme of things, right? I mean, a lot of people said it isn't, but if you look at Satoshi's white paper, right? Obviously, Satoshi, the anonymous creator of Bitcoin. I mean, the big thing is payments, right? And if you read up on Bitcoin, the history of Bitcoin, you understand that that's what it's meant to be used for in the grand scheme of things. It's too clunky, it's too slow, too expensive to do that right now. But that's the future of Bitcoin. Right now, we're treating it as digital gold. But that's us, what we crypto weirdos in this space. That's our grand vision, is that Bitcoin will be in a utopian world where people use Bitcoin to pay for things, right? That's the point of Bitcoin. And this last piece of news is bullish for Ethereum, because although the entire cryptocurrency market is dumping pretty bad, remember, Ethereum had a nice little pump in it randomly. When the SEC got hacked a couple days or about a week ago, and they put out that fake news that the spot Bitcoin ETFs were approved, and the market started dumping once we figured out it was a fake post by the SEC, which they should figure that out. They didn't have 2FA enabled, which is crazy that the SEC doesn't have 2FA enabled on their X account, which is wild to me. We saw Ethereum pump when everything was dumping. In my opinion, I think people know some things that we don't know, which is the fact that there may be an Ethereum ETF sooner than we think. BlackRock, Larry Fink, CEO, said that they see a value in having an Ethereum ETF. So now next could be an Ethereum ETF, which will definitely pump Ethereum. Big deal, right? Big deal, which is obviously going to help ERC20 tokens. Now, let's look at the general cryptocurrency news. Let's look at the general meme coin news, because I know you guys want to look at some meme coins. Let's look at some small caps that I'm in and some plays that I've been in lately and see what's good out there. Now, I am partnered with Syncus, which is kind of like a DAO, right? Different than, the Olympus DAO, but it's doing very, very well. I talked about this a few days ago. It's up, I don't know, 40% since I talked about it. Check out my X account. Use code CryptoJourneyRS to get a 50% rebate on your staking. #ad. Had to throw that in there. But they're doing well. Another meme coin, an ERC20 meme coin, a dog token that's doing well is BYTE. And BYTE, something I've been extremely bullish on. I started talking about this at a $6 million market cap. Now it's at a $15 million market cap after hitting an $18 million market cap a couple days ago, an all-time high, doing very, very well. I do think that dog theme meme coins are in, and we're seeing that with Bonk. We're seeing that with Dog with Hat. We're seeing that in Myro. Dog theme meme coins are back, and if you're looking for ERC20 meme coins, because the truth is, guys, all the popular meme coins that have been pumping have been on the Solana network, right? They have been. They've just been doing really well, and a lot of people are missing out on them. And even though Myro at $122 million market cap, which seems big, I think still has room to grow. Same thing with Dog with Hat. I think that Dog with Hat has room to grow. And I think they can do what Bonk did. Obviously, Bonk hit an all-time high of about a $1.2 billion market cap. But the truth is, all the focus has been on Solana. It's even been on other networks. It's been on Cardano with Snek doing well. It's been on Avalanche with Cock. But ERC20 tokens ain't getting some love, or are not getting the love. BYTE is an ERC20 token that's at a $15 million market cap with a fantastic narrative. So, can BYTE do what Dog with Hat did, Myro, SHIB, or Dogecoin? I think it's possible. It has a fantastic narrative. Now, if you guys don't know about BYTE, and I'm not partnered with these guys or nothing, but this is one of the ERC20 tokens that I've been big on. Could be a loser, could be a winner, I don't know. But if you look at this chart compared to a lot of other meme coins, ERC20 tokens in a bear market, it's doing really, really well right now. Really well. Nice little pump, traded sideways through all the FUD, and has been absolutely sending in a market that has been doing nothing. There's been a few meme coins that have been running, but for the most part, this thing has been doing absolutely insane. Now, let's look at the web, and then we'll look at some other ERC20 tokens. I see you guys in the chat right now. I'll definitely look up Troll. I'll definitely look up HHGTTG here in a second. But BYTE has a fantastic narrative. What's the narrative, right? BYTE is just Grok's digital dog. So when you ask Grok, which is the AI service that's being offered on X, right? You ask him, hey, what would you name your dog? Grok says BYTE. So that could be a good narrative. Now, remember, Shiba Inu started off as something that didn't really have a use case. It was the Dogecoin killer, a nice little narrative, right? Because Dogecoin was popular back then. But this could be a big narrative because Grok isn't going away. Grok's Elon Musk's AI service. X isn't going away, in my opinion. I know a lot of people are bearish on X as a platform, but I'm bullish on X as a platform going forward. I think that X is going to be big. And sidebar here, thank you guys so much for 50K followers over on X. My X account has been absolutely pumping. Thank you so much for all the support. To be honest, I've been putting a lot more effort into X than I have into YouTube just because I think that X is the future when it comes to content creators, especially cryptocurrency, just because of the free speech aspect. The fact that you can express your opinions on here without getting shut down. And you say keywords on YouTube and they'll make sure your account isn't visible, or they'll demonetize you and stuff like that. Like if you say certain keywords about like Epstein and C19, you will get demonetized. Right, but on X, you have a little more freedoms, and the revenue share is way higher than any other platform. Anywho, the narrative is there for BYTE. All eyes are on BYTE. We'll see if it happens. Right? And Justin Sun, obviously the Tron guy, holds a lot of BYTE, which could be good. It's listed on Poloniex. There's a lot of room for this thing to grow. It's not on a ton of exchanges right now. If you look at BYTE right now, the markets, you can see that it's only on Uniswap, obviously ERC20 token, and Poloniex. So and then Bilaxy, whatever this is, I guess. But obviously, the only ones that matter are Uniswap and Poloniex, in my opinion. So there's a lot of room for BYTE to grow, and I'm bullish on BYTE. We'll see what happens, but it's been doing really, really well in a market that's been doing pretty bad. It's been strong. So I wonder how BYTE does when we have better market conditions. There was a $200,000 buy the other day. Someone put $200K in BYTE when it was at a $7 million market cap. That's some conviction. We'll see if it does well, but I think a lot of people are going to be looking at BYTE going forward, and this could be the big ERC20 dog token going into this year. We'll see. I have a nice little bag, Big A. No, I don't think they are Big A. I think that some of them might be on X, and they might not be truthful about who they are, but I had a Twitter live space the other day about BYTE, and it looks like some people were in there really speaking highly of the project, so they might be the developers. I don't know. We'll see, but we will see. But BYTE's looking pretty good. I know you guys mentioned Trollcoin. Troll's been doing really well. This thing hit a $60 million market cap in the middle of nowhere. So shout out to Troll. Been doing absolutely insane. My thing is that with Troll, there's only $1.79 million in liquidity when it's at a $60 million market cap. That's not a lot. That's not good when it comes to market cap to liquidity ratio, in my opinion. I think it should be higher. So although Troll is pumping and doing absolutely insane numbers, great contract, all those sorts of things, lots of volume, there's not a lot of liquidity in Troll. So you got to be very careful about that. And keep in mind that when the liquidity is low in a project, like very low, like mid-sized buys are going to pump the chart. But it's doing really well. I mean, over the last 24 hours, it's up 64%. But in projects like, and Troll's been out since April of 2023. So, I always make this point that when something pumps, because this is when the Pepe fever was at an all-time high. And Pepe created a new wave of meme coins, which are like old school 4chan memes, and Troll's one of those, right? It had a nice pump. It did nothing for months and months, and out of nowhere, it absolutely sent. And that's why I always say, guys, some of these meme coins, although I wouldn't just go around buying bags of random dead meme coins, but literally, like, it could benefit you in the long run. And that's why it's always good to keep these on your watch list, because you never know when they're going to pump. Like, a lot of people that were buying this dip, which I'm sure there were many people, you can see the buys and sells over here, are being rewarded for holding on to their meme coins, because you just never know with these meme coins. And a lot of ones that seem dead are going to pump. We saw this with the Jesus token. We saw this with a lot of meme coins. I would just be very careful, because it has low liquidity. So what I like to do in these meme coins is take profits all along the way up. I think that's perfect for these meme coins. Always take profits along the way up. Protect yourself, because you never know, when you're going to see some massive sales, and you don't want to be struggling to, scrambling to sell some of your troll coin when everyone else is selling with such low liquidity. Like BYTE, for example, has half the liquidity of Troll, but 25% of the market cap. So obviously a better ratio, right? Just under $1 million and $60 million in liquidity. Still low in my opinion. It should be higher, but still really good for a meme coin. Now remember, Pepe is one of the bigger ones that has $11 million in liquidity, but has 500K in market cap, So, and now we'll check out some of the chat's favorite, HGTTG, which is Douglas Adams, which is doing really, really well. And if you look at the market cap to liquidity ratio for this project, it's really, really good. So it has, it's decent. 10%, right? 200K liquidity, $2 million market cap, looking pretty decent right now. Obviously, the same narrative as Elon Musk themed meme coins. I'll put it on my watch list too for you guys, but it's up 30% on the day, looking pretty good. Really good, decent amount of volume, but it just goes to show that even right now in the middle of a bear market, when these blue chips are just not really doing anything, the market seems boring. There's other plays on other networks, right? Now, I also want to do we'll get back to meme coins here in a second, but I do want to do a sidebar on BNB, because I think BNB is showing some strength. And the reason why BNB didn't get that initial pump, in my opinion, because if you look at BNB over the last year compared to any other network, it's kind of Remember, BNB is a centralized exchange first, but then they also have the BNB chain. They have many other products like that Binance owns, like CoinMarketCap, Trust Wallet. Well, I don't think they own Trust Wallet anymore, right? But BNB is only up 5% year to date. And if you look at like Solana year to date, obviously, Solana's up 300%. You look at Avalanche the last year, Avalanche up 112%. So obviously a lot of other places getting love, like even Ethereum. If you look at Ethereum like year to date, Ethereum's up 62%, and when you compare that to BNB, it's only been up 5%. It's kind of concerning. Now, the real reason that BNB didn't get a pump, in my opinion, is because of the CZ news, right? CZ obviously stepped down as the CEO of Binance, paid a $4.3 billion fine. We'll see if he actually goes to jail, which I don't think he will. So a lot of people are kind of bearish on BNB right now, but you have to keep a lookout for BNB tokens, like the BNB chain. Obviously, SafeMoon was on BNB. That was probably the biggest Binance meme coin back in the day. There was other successful ones, but obviously SafeMoon was a bigger one. So in my opinion, it's important to make sure that you pay attention to BNB, because I think that if CZ doesn't go to jail and if Binance continues to be okay, then BB could be a big deal. Now, one of the things I look for, and I always tell you guys to check this out because it shows you where the sentiment is when it comes to centralized exchanges, although not a lot of people like to look at these, is which exchanges are doing well. And we judge that based off, exchange score, but volume, trading volume. When it comes to the number one exchange, Binance is still number one, and it's not even close. They're getting $13 million right now in daily trading volume. Coinbase has $1.8 billion. Obviously, Binance is available to most of the world, where Coinbase is only, right now operates out of the United States, and they have to follow harsher, regulatory rules and stuff like that, and have to exist within a harsh regulatory environment because the United States is tough on crypto. Where Binance is not available to American customers. But going forward, keep in mind that Binance is going to be monitored by the US government because they got in some trouble, right? So this is even more bullish that they're still getting this much volume, even with someone that's representing the United States government monitoring them to make sure they're not, letting foreign countries who are sanctioned by the United States trade on their platform, money laundering, illegal activities, and stuff like that. So Binance still looking good, right? Even though they're facing a lot of FUD. So to me, BNB could be undervalued, but I still think there are some unresolved issues with CZ. We'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens with that. But BNB could be a big play. Now, one thing I want to talk about real quick is this could be a big FUD article, and this could be another Black Swan event. Doubt it's going to happen, but this was an interesting article that I don't think anyone's really talking about that I saw this morning that was kind of scary to me. And I don't want to scare you guys, but it's kind of scary to me. And that was United Nations identifies Tether as prominent choice for fraud in SEA. So, Southeast Asia. A United Nations report published Monday suggesting that USDT has become a prominent payment method for money laundering and scams in Southeast Asia, according to the Financial Times. For years and years and years and years, there's been all these stories on Tether potentially collapsing. I know CoffeeZilla made videos about it years ago. A lot of people talked about Tether collapsing. They said that they're not well collateralized, right? Because the thing about these stable coins, okay, we found out one thing for sure in 2022. Algorithmic stable coins do not work. They do until they don't. Because Terra Luna UST, right? I think it was UST, right? Was a prime example of that. For some reason, whether it was an attack by FTX, that was a theory, whether it just didn't work, right? The biggest stablecoin, one of the biggest stablecoins in the world just collapsed, called a death spiral, because it was an algorithmic stablecoin. There was an algorithm. I don't know what caused it to collapse, but it collapsed. So we don't trust algorithmic stablecoins. We only trust stablecoins that are backed by real world assets, right? That's the point of stablecoins, right? Or stablecoin, those sorts of stablecoins, that they have actual real world assets backing them, right? Like whatever, treasury, whatever, treasury bonds, whatever they have, that whatever, cash equivalents, whatever. So Tether, right, USDC and BUSD, which is getting shut out of business, were the biggest, and BUSD is like way down here now, probably, were the biggest stable coins. Now, in today's day, the only big stable coins are Tether, USDT, and USDC. Now, the main difference between these two is the fact that USDC, Circle, is an American company that's trying to register with the SEC and do things the right way. Tether still has a little bit of gray area because people think that maybe, right, this was a theory that they're not really as collateralized as they should be, right? A lot of people were, claiming that they were backed by like Chinese paper or something crazy like that. So obviously, what's the point of these stable coins being collateralized? Well, if there's some sort of event where there's a run on the bank or a run on these stable coins and everyone wants to withdraw their money all at once, they need to be able to service every customer, right? If they hold billions of dollars, if they hold $20 billion, and say, for example, Tether, obviously it has a market cap of $94 billion, which is nuts. But if everyone wanted to hypothetically pull all their money out at the same time, they should be able to give everybody back their money, one-to-one. There shouldn't be any issue with that. But if they're not collateralized properly, then they can't obviously service everyone, right? Now, to be honest, the only real piece of like depegging, and depegging is when the stable coin, goes significantly under $1. Right now, Tether's trading at 0.99994 of a dollar, which is fine, right? The only real depegging we've seen recently was from USDC. And this happened last year around March when they had they were exposed to Silicon Valley Bank going down, and everyone started freaking out. And USDC dipped down to 86 cents one day. Now it recovered because the federal government bailed out Silicon Valley Bank, so they didn't get wrecked. But that was the only scary thing we've had with the stablecoin since Terra Luna. BUSD, on the other hand, right, which I don't know where BUSD is at right now, but we'll check it. BUSD was Binance's stablecoin. And now the market cap of BUSD is worth what? 500. So it's only $500 million now. In the beginning of at the end of 2022, this thing was sitting at $22 billion. Well, the government came and told Paxos, which is the ones who were minting BUSD, that they had to stop minting BUSD because it was some sort of securities violation. Paxos is an American company. They have to comply. The whole time, people were redeeming their BUSD for dollars or selling out of it. It did not depeg at all. In fact, it still looks pretty good, which shows that it's liquid, right? So the government shut down Paxos. BUSD has been dumping, but it hasn't depegged, which means they were collateralized properly. Will that be the case if something bad happens to Tether or USDC? We will see. It sucks that one of the good stablecoins in BUSD is forced to no longer operate, right? But this is a pretty interesting article that the United Nations are reporting that USDT is prominent choice for fraud in Southeast Asia. That's not a good thing to have out there. Why? Because if you look at the total stablecoin supply and all across crypto, USDT dominates. It's ridiculous. Look, and the second biggest one is USDC. Right. So if Tether goes down for some reason, well, that could spell disaster for the entire cryptocurrency world. Obviously, it'd be disastrous. That could be the big black swan event. Now, through the years, Tether has gotten some FUD, but so far it's been okay. Right now, this is the interesting part of the last part of the article says, in December, Tether CEO Paulo A said in a letter shared with the U.S. legislator that it has onboarded the U.S. Secret Service and Federal Bureau of Investigation on its platform. So the CEO is inviting regulators and lawmakers and and law enforcement agencies to, come on their platform to make sure they're doing things the right way. So we'll see, right? So over the course of 2023, Tether saw its share of global stablecoin supply grow from 50% to 71%, according to the block. That's an insane amount of growth, right? So we'll see. Hopefully Tether, right? And CODM, no, I don't think so. Maybe some, but not a lot. But this is an interesting article. So that's the biggest piece of news, in my opinion, this morning. But yeah, guys, let's hang out and let's do some Q&A or whatever, and let's just hang out for a second. Yeah, I'm super bullish on BYTE. I'm super bullish on meme coins right now. I think there's a lot of good plays out there, a lot of safe plays, and some top meme coins. But even though the market's boring, and this is why we love small caps and meme coins, there's still something going on. Now, obviously, meme coins are dangerous, guys. Be careful, but it's some sort of excitement. And to be honest, we might not get a pump in the market until the Bitcoin halving narrative starts to come around, which it's a narrative, but I think the halving is going to happen in 95 days or something like that. So Green Cycle says Troll was dead and abandoned after 7 months. Elon Musk comes to say chief of trolls, and now it pumps, and guys that call it good coin LMAO. How the fuck is it good? It was abandoned. Yeah, Green Cycle. See, the thing about meme coins is that they don't have to make any sense. Elon Musk really just can tweet anything and people will make a meme. Elon Musk can say, I'm eating a turkey sandwich for lunch. And then 10 seconds later, we'll see somebody making a turkey sandwich coin, or Elon turkey sandwich, or turkey sandwich. The space is crazy. It doesn't make any sense, but that's just meme coins. Yes, and I will be making a BYTE video today. So smash the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff if you would like to see a BYTE video, and let me know in the comments down below. Catch Them All says, Rodney, are you still fighting? I saw your opponent is injured. Things happen, but yes, so I might still have a fight against a really tough opponent. Pro boxer. We'll see what happens. I'm checking in with my coaches to see if they think it's smart for me. It's probably not smart for me, a guy who's never had a professional fight or a fight in front of people ever, to take a fight with a professional boxer who's a professional boxer. You know what I mean? Even though he's a boxer, not a kickboxer, it's still probably not smart for me. But I'm gonna see what my coaches say. If they're down, I'm down. So we'll see. I'd definitely be a big underdog, but we like challenges. Selma FUD put me on the spot this morning to explain the halving in detail. So, Rodney, can you explain the halving for us, detail and noobs? Well, pretty much, obviously, and then we can look at the textbook definition, because I think people think that the Bitcoin halving. So, this is what I thought too. People are like, what the heck is the Bitcoin halving? So it's not the fact that the supply of Bitcoin halves every year. So check this out. Why they consider it to be the most important event in crypto calendar, the Bitcoin halving is a process whereby the Bitcoin mining reward is cut in half to reduce the number of new coins entering the network, right? So obviously, as miners, you got to be profitable. It has to be, good enough. It has to be good enough for you to mine Bitcoin. Because if you're mining Bitcoin and you're not making money off it, like, what's the point, right? So the rewards are cut in half, reducing the number of coins entering the market. So that's what the Bitcoin halving is. And obviously, Bitcoin becomes more scarce, and that becomes more valuable because it is more scarce. So that's what the Bitcoin halving is. I don't know. I don't know what's up with Ben and Joshua Jacob. Ben's just always on a sick one. Just Ben's always picking on little guys, dude. He's a bully. Shib on Solana. Pepe Sol. What's up, Pepe Sol? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Rodney, have you done a review on PMPY? I have not. Is that like Pumpy or something like that? Timsky, that was for keeping us waiting this morning. Sean Strickland versus DDP. Ooh, I think Sean Strickland gets that one, but DDP has always been, I don't know. Every time you count him out, he wins. So he's big, strong guy, lots of power. I think Sean Strickland's big too. He's taller, good hands, good cardio. We'll see. We'll see. It's gonna be a great fight. So I can't wait for that UFC card this Saturday. Yeah, DDP is underrated. I mean, I didn't think he was gonna beat Robert Whittaker, but he kind of took it to Whittaker. What have you guys been? Oh, Prometheus Prodigy. I think what's his name is pushing that one. Pablo Crow. But it's been doing well, right? It's been doing really well. I think I have it on here, PMPY. I cleaned up my watch list because I actually sold a lot of my meme coins, PM. It's looking pretty good, though, from what I remember. I mean, the liquidity to market cap ratio is really good. $2 million in liquidity, $11 million in market cap. It's really strong. It's looking good. 7% in, 7% sell. So taxes on this one. A lot of selling pressure lately. The 24-hour volumes been mostly sells, but looks very strong. Very, very strong. Yeah. I mean, it's looking strong. I mean, numbers don't lie, right? BYTE's pumping as we make this video. So shout out to BYTE. Man, it's snowing on the East Coast, guys. It's cold over here, bro. Has not been good for your boy. Yeah, tax is high on PMPY. Well, honestly, 7% taxes weren't bad during the last bull run. But now people are expecting 0% in, 0% out. People love no tax meme coins. It's the meta now. It's the meta. You're snowed in? Really? Snow is a scam. Come back home. I know, bro. It's my bro slamming Celsius. Yes, sir. Texas shut down. Damn. Yeah, I'm about to go out and about real quick before it gets really bad and make sure I charge my car. I have to charge my car, pick up some cat food and stuff like that. So do you buy more meme coins than anything? No. So I made a video on like my top mistakes in when it comes to buying meme coins. And it's kind of counterintuitive, but my biggest mistake when buying meme coins was when I won in a meme coin, which is rare, especially in a bear market, to actually win and make some money on a meme coin. I didn't take those profits. Well, sometimes I didn't take those profits and buy Bitcoin. What I did was buy more meme coins. And then, the probability of you winning in meme coins is low. And so when I did put them in other meme coins, I'd lose the money. So my biggest mistake was, if I'm going to buy a meme coin and I'm going to make some money, I'm going to take some of those profits and put it in Bitcoin or something more stable that I believe in long term. Because the truth is, meme coins are where the excitement is at. Small cap meme coins is where you make the 1,000x's, 100x's, sometimes the 10,000x's. But those opportunities are so rare. So rare. My crypto portfolio is pretty boring. If you guys want to see a big breakdown of my crypto portfolio, heavy in Bitcoin, heavy in ETH, a little bit of BNB. I used to be more bullish on BNB, but I'm kind of waiting. I wish I had more Solana, but I got some Solana. A little bit of Cardano, not too excited about that. Love Avalanche, big Avalanche guy. Got a little bit of Dogecoin. I have some other cryptos here and there, but it's kind of negligible. Big on Uniswap token, which I can't find right here. And I have some Crowcoin, some gaming cryptos, but I'd say bigly heavy on some of these bigger cryptocurrencies, right? It's pretty boring. And then a bunch of meme coins everywhere. I mean, I don't really consider like a bunch of meme coins as part of my like portfolio, you could say. But what I will say is that I am big on some projects right now. And the first one is Syncus. I'm partnered with them for long term, and they're pumping right now. So shout out to Syncus, SYNC. You could stake. They have a huge sell tax, 15%, right? But the point is to stake with this and just kind of set it and forget it. Make sure you take profits, obviously, along the way. So big on Syncus. And I like BYTE, right? There's some other ones that I think are going to do well. I think HHGTTG, which is Douglas Adams meme coin, that's going to do well. There's a bunch of meme coins that are going to do well, but I'm not everywhere. I just cleaned up a bunch of my bags. Feel bad for dogs taking a big dump. Pepe X was one that is one that I'm still bullish on, but super, super small. I got into the pre-sale of Dual token, which is taking a big dump, but No Dad says Vipercoin says no paid influencers, no VC. Well, I don't think paid influencers are a bad thing. I mean, I know people don't like influencers, but the truth is they could be good, they could be bad for cryptos. Because remember, the reason why SHIB pumped to these insane numbers, when SHIB was pumping, Zach Humphreys, Austin Hilton, Your Pop, Jake Gagan, all these people were making Shiba Inu videos. And that's what got me into SHIB, is because I watched people talk about them. So influence. I mean, they weren't paid, probably not paid. I don't know, but paid influencers are not bad, in my opinion. I took Jesus. You had a Chick-fil-A burrito? BYTE marketing is community and is growing every day. And without yeah, exactly. So BYTE, obviously, I'm not being paid to promote BYTE, but I'm promoting BYTE and talking about BYTE because my community likes it. And they're watching all my videos. Like the BYTE community is watching all my videos. So, I mean, if you guys are going to watch my videos, I'm going to keep making them, Like I said, if they get 1,500 views on my YouTube videos, I'll keep making them. So I'm going to keep making BYTE videos. I'll have one out later today. What's up, John? Yeah. But guys, that's my time for today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, guys. If you could just smash the like button on your way out, be prepared for that BYTE video. Guys, I will be going live on X here in 2 hours for our daily meme coin Shill and Chill. Come hang out. We'll talk about BYTE. We'll talk about all sorts of meme coins. Anybody can come up and show whatever meme coin they want. If you want to come up and talk about BYTE, I don't care. Jake Gagan and I will be live, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you tomorrow, same time. Peace.